then. This is the CMD Project. I'm your host, Daniel Lackey. This is episode 14. Today, we're joined by Marshall Colbert, brown belt, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, one of the head instructors over at American Mixed Martial Arts, coach for the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu team over there for the kids and the adults. How you doing today, boss?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Living life.
Yeah, let's shoot the shit, man. Let's get some talking in, man. All we do is train together. We never just shoot the shit. So what? I never really heard your story, Marshall. What the hell got you into martial arts, man?
A long time ago, I think I was maybe 12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there, early teens. Started training under where Mr. Bybee actually used to train at, Jim Graydon's cardio karate or whatever it was called back in the early 90s or whatever. I started doing the traditional karate and stuff like that or whatever. I did it for a little while and then just, I was a teenager. I didn't want to, my focus was on hanging out and partying and, what I'm saying, making friends and driving cars and, what I'm saying, whatever,
Same thing.
So, kind of just stopped doing it. And, then I think it was right before Hunter was born was when I started traiing again.
He's like, what is he, like 12?
He just turned 12 in March this year. Yeah. So almost 13 years ago.
Okay. So right, 28, 29, you started again?
Yeah, I just turned 40 this year. So 28, 29. Had my first fight when I think it was 30, 31.
Okay.
Kickboxing fight.
Yeah. You did a couple amateur fights or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Battle of the Bay. Is that what it was?
No, I started out with just like the IKF, International Kickboxing Federation and stuff. And those are more tournament style stuff. So like sometimes you would have 2-3 fights in a day.
Yeah, I know that's how they do it with the kickboxing.
And then the next day, like you would be like the title fight or whatever the case may be. You might even have 2 fights that day too.
Yeah.
And they might only be 25 minutes apart. Mm-hmm. So you get done with one fight and then you only got a 20, 25 minute break. And then bam, you're back in the ring fighting again.
Yep. Big competitions in amateur. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Same with boxing with like state championships and all that. A couple fights in a day.
Yep.
Local tournaments, you probably have one. But
yeah, like when we do the Emirs for the Battle of Tampa Bay, he puts on a great promotion.
I've heard him.
Yeah, we have a couple of fighters that are fighting in that in November.
Coming up this next month.
Yeah.
Nice. What do they do? Is it just straight kickboxing or do they do jiu-jitsu matches as well?
So they do like kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai, Kind
of like one championship where they have different styles of matches.
So he's never really done. I've never seen him put on any jiu-jitsu fights, like super fights or anything like that. Sub only, whatever. But it's always mainly kickboxing fights and stuff. So
yeah,
which is cool. That's where Austin beat that one dude from Germany.
Yeah, for the world championship, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah,
because I know they're fighting again in November, aren't they?
Yeah.
For Worlds, aren't they going to Europe?
Yeah, and then literally, I think it's the next weekend is when the Battle of Tampa Bay is.
Oh, you guys are gonna have a busy November, dude.
It's been crazy busy.
Who all travels with them over there? I know Bybee does.
So Bybee, Tom, that's Frankie's dad. He's one of the fighters that just fought up in Canada.
Frankie's the black kid, right?
No, that's Cayman.
No, I know Cayman.
Yeah.
The kid, tall, skinny kid with the dreads that's always working with that guy.
No, that's Rajan.
Actually. Okay.
Frankie is the one. He's a little bit younger. He's maybe like 17, 18, 19, somewhere around there. But he's had, I want to say like 5 or 6 amateur fights now already.
Doing good.
And he's been doing the Waco stuff, traveling and all that stuff. Got sponsors to go up to Canada.
Nice.
This past weekend and stuff. Like,
nice.
It was pretty cool. Matt went up there with them too.
Yeah, no, I talked to Matt. He said he was up there. So, Jesus.
But yeah, Frankie's dad, he helps, Bybee in the corner and stuff like that. I'm usually in the back warming up fighters.
Yeah, and you kind of hold the fort down if they're traveling overseas though, no?
Yep.
Kind of run the gym and you and Mary.
Yeah, me, Mary. Sometimes Austin goes with them. Sometimes he doesn't. Like Austin just went to Canada.
Yeah.
And then Bybee was gone that same day. So it was pretty much, me out there on the floor teaching all the kids classes, the adult classes, stuff like that. So,
man, so what do you enjoy more, man? Do you like training the kids more or the adults? Because I've been trying to train.
That's a rough run.
Because I've recently gotten Mia into it, man, and dude, I cannot get her to focus for more than 5 minutes.
It's a kid thing, man. They're not going to have that focus until they're
8,
10,
9?
11 sometimes.
Really? Okay.
Well, it depends. She might get really into it within this, this year, and then be like, oh, I really want to, So, and here's the thing, and even Austin Bybee had to kind of get past this a long time ago when like I was fighting.
Well, I would imagine that Professor Bybee had him in there as a kid, young.
Oh yeah,
really young.
Austin's been training since he was. He was a gymnast. He did gymnastics for
all
years
that
and years and years.
Helps, dancing, all that stuff.
He can go out there on the mats and just do a freaking cartwheel to a backflip, and like you're like, the hell was that? What's going on here?
Yeah, gymnast stuff is hard.
Yeah. But there's a big differential between listening to your coach and listening to your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I took her last night and she actually focused for about 30 minutes while we were
She
drilling.
loves the jiu-jitsu aspect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even told the big jiu-jitsu class that I do on Tuesday and Thursday with the kids. I'm like, look, this little girl, Mia, she's 5 years old and she's sitting here taking everything in like a sponge, and y'all are messing around. What happens in 2 years?
What the hell are you doing?
When y'all are still messing around, y'all are 10, 11, 12, she's 5, and she's coming in here and whooping y'all's asses.
That's what I'm going to get her to, man.
So
but I want to make it fun, though. I don't want to overdo it to where she starts to hate it.
Right.
So I feel like it's you got to walk that fine line, sort of.
And there is a fine line in that because if they overdo it, like you said, if she's there 7 days a week, she's going to get sick of it in a month.
Yeah, that's why we only have 2 days a week for right now, just to break up the monotony, not overdo it. What are some good drills, though, man? Because I know you've been training kids for years, so.
Honestly, any rolling, like front rolls, back rolls, side rolls, shrimps, your hip outs, shooting the sprawl into takedowns, any type of self drill that you can do for even like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just put her down in side control.
Yeah, that's what we were working on.
Crossbody control and have her push you back on your heels, scoot her butt out, shrimp out, and get her legs underneath you, put you in the guard. Any type of sweep drills, working the hip bump sweep or the scissor sweep or the pendulum sweep or, anything like that to get somebody on their back, because that's when you're going to be better off is, putting somebody on their back and being able to hold them down and get them to submit or whatever, because there's a big difference between the jiu-jitsu sport aspect and the self-defense aspect.
Oh, big difference. Yeah, self-defense aspect, you're getting punched in the face.
If I'm holding you in my guard in a self-defense aspect and you have a fucking knife,
done.
I don't want to be there.
Done.
But for the sport, I can play that. I can control your arm.
Go deep half guard. I would never do that in
MMA. I would never do deep half guard.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm gonna get punched in the face. But for a jiu-jitsu aspect and the sport aspect of it, I can play that.
Yeah.
I can be super tight down here, with you sitting on top of my shoulder, and I can be okay. And there's just a big fine line between that. So.
It's definitely got that sport aspect to it. That's one thing I kind of see. Like, I love jiu-jitsu, man. I've gotten into it. It's something I enjoy. It's like therapy session.
Yeah, you're a blue belt, man.
Yeah, I enjoy it. So, got the blue belt blues there for a bit, man. Man, honestly, I got busy with work, dude.
Honestly, if anybody understands life, like if I weren't to be working at the gym 10 plus hours a day, I probably wouldn't be there every single night training. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I figure if I
would try to make it there, but between kid and career and life and wife and whatever the case may be.
Well, man, I got the blue belt, and then like 2 weeks later, those hurricanes hit back to back, and I was just busy. And then by the time we slowed down around February, March, I was like, I'm going to be fat for a little bit, and just enjoy the fruits of my labor here for a few months.
Yeah.
So
here's what me and Bybee and Mary even say: we work out so we can eat whatever we want.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the thing. Like I don't want to be a bodybuilder. Yeah, I want to look decent, you know,
just being
and be in decent shape, but I'm not trying to be fucking Ronnie Coleman and you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Jay Cutler with freaking 35-inch delt muscles on it. No, I don't want it. I don't want to look like that.
So I used to want used to be one of my goals to get a six pack, but I'm just, nope, we're done. Never.
I like steak and potatoes.
As long as I just, you know, as long as I can keep the tire down a bit and just look decently healthy, I'm okay. That's pipe dream.
Yep. And that's what it's all about. Like me, I like to be on the smaller side, you know, as far as like between like 155-ish, 160. I got back up to like 165, like, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I just wasn't lifting as much. My back's been injured for a while. I've been dealing with that since like literally December of last year. And it just takes a while to heal. So I like kind of cut back. I gained a little bit of weight, which would, you know, is fine, you know. But then like I was moving around in jiu-jitsu, just kind of flow rolling with a few people here and there and, you know, doing some training and stuff. And like, my back felt decent, but like I didn't feel like I could move the same way when I was like 154, 155.
More nimble.
Yeah.
That's when you're at your best, you feel?
Yeah. So I try to stay around that 150, 155 range.
Yeah. I fucking fluctuate, dude. Like I'll go through these phases where I just balloon up to like 240 and then I drop down. Like right now, I think I'm sitting around 215.
Yeah.
So it's decent because when I competed a few times, it was around the 2 to 210 area. And I like that area. I would like to drop a little lower to maybe the 90s because I feel
200 pounds is a hard weight class, dude.
See, I was going to say the opposite because I feel like because I competed in the Masters because I'm in my mid 30s.
Yeah.
So 30 to 40 year olds.
Yeah.
In my experience, I feel like a lot of the guys I've competed against are just regular soccer dads like me.
Yeah.
They're, you know, a little chubby. Just
they do it for fun.
They do it for fun.
And that's my thing too. I do it for fun.
I think if I drop down to the 90s, the 80s or 90s there, I think the competition would be a little more fierce because those are 30 to 40 year old guys that are taking their health a little more serious. I feel like maybe in a little bit better shape, maybe a better gas tank.
And here's the thing too, like even at my age, you're going to go to these competitions and you're going to find these dudes that are jacked at 150
TRT
or 160.
Ass, huh?
Oh, dude, yeah. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I'm not saying that I haven't done my peptides and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? But it gets expensive as hell too.
Yep.
You know, you're looking at $150 to $200 a month alone just in peptides. And then you got to, eating healthy is not cheap. You know, the cheap stuff is that's where you
McDonald's double cheap. Well, that shit's not even cheap anymore, man.
No, it's not. It's fucking $15 a fucking meal.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I think it's like $3-4 just for one McDouble now.
Yeah. So, but even at that, like eating healthy is not cheap.
It's not. So what we do is we go to Sam's Club and we'll because it's $50-$60 a year for the membership, and we just buy in bulk. Yeah, I'll come home, I'll vacuum seal all my food, throw it in the freezer, and we cook at home maybe 5 days a week and then 2 days a week. Like the days Mia goes to the gym, we just pick something up on the way home because it's so late.
Yeah, that's what me and Hunter do too usually because he's there at the gym with me. As soon as he gets picked up from school, he's at the gym.
Until what, like 8?
We're there. Like we left at I think 8:30 last night.
Okay.
But then I had to drop somebody off and then I had to go to Walmart and then I had to.
Yeah. So he has long days.
Yeah. So we didn't get home till 9:15.
Okay.
You know, so like.
What's he in middle school now?
Yeah, he's in 6th grade.
Nice.
I mean, we don't get up till I get up at like 7:30. I don't usually wake him up till like 7:45, 8 o'clock because we don't need to leave the house till 8:45. He doesn't have.
What time does middle school start?
9:15 or 9:20 is technically the first bell.
And they get out at what, 4?
I think it's like 4:05 or something like that. 4:15.
Okay. Yeah, because Mia starts. Her bell rings at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So she goes about 20 minutes from here. So we start waking her up maybe 6:30.
Oof.
And because it takes this little girl, man, we get back. She does not want to go to sleep until maybe 10 o'clock at night. We can finally actually get her to pass out.
Yeah.
And 6:30, we start waking her up, get dressed by 7, leave the house by 7:20, get to the school. Because it's the roads around the school are so
what school
compact. over at
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
so,
That's cool.
yeah. It's just like little alleyways, and I got to get there 20 minutes early to get a parking spot so that I'm not walking half a mile to drop her off. And so 6:30 morning. So yeah, can't wait for those 9:15 mornings.
Yeah.
Those will be nice.
I mean, this is his first year in middle school. So like, I mean, even last year he had to be at school by 8:15. So we were waking up at 6. I was waking up at 6:30. I was waking him up by 7, and we were out the door by 7:45. Now I don't even have to wake him up till 7:45.
Yeah.
We don't have to leave till 8:45.
For sure.
So that extra hour, it'll either make you or break you.
Oh, dude, yeah. And I'm a night owl, man. I don't 1 o'clock before I pass out every night. No matter what I do, dude.
Every night,
if I turn my phone off and put books away and just lay there with my eyes closed at 11, I'm not passing out till 12.
Yeah.
I don't know, some internal thing. So 5 to 6 hours a night, typically what I run on.
Yeah.
I'll do the typical dad thing where I'll do a power nap on the couch for 5 minutes here and there.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
yeah,
Red Bulls and coffee.
Yeah. Energy drinks is where it's at.
Yeah. What is that one, man?
It's an Alani. They're like natural. I don't know. They're pretty decent. They're like $2 for $4 at most gas stations and stuff. So
yeah, I haven't seen those ones.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. But
I'm
addicted to crack because I've not literal crack. Pre-workouts. I've been. I mean, I probably haven't taken pre-workout in a couple of days, I think. But literally every day, it's usually almost like clockwork. 4 o'clock, I'm teaching the kids. We do like a workout class every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 4 p.m. Sometimes it's like weightlifting. Sometimes I just have them do like calisthenic circuits.
Yeah.
Tuesday and Thursdays, I usually take them upstairs on the bags. So they're doing kickboxing on the bags.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like little circuits that I'll set up and stuff like that too. So usually about 3:55, I get back to the gym from my school routes at about 3:30, 3:40, somewhere around there, depending on traffic. And then I'm in there and I'm eating my snack, whether it's grapes or like protein yogurt or, what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. I'm snacking on something to give me a little bit of a boost. And then I'm pouring my pre-workout in my water and shaking it up. And, all right, kids, let's go.
Yeah, I don't do the pre-workout, man. It gets me too jittery, man. Too jittery.
Cut it in half,
Yeah.
And then work yourself back up. And that's why I have taken kind of off from it because I felt like it wasn't really
too
doing
much.
anything.
Yeah, got kind of accustomed to it.
Yeah, so now I'm taking a couple of weeks off and then I'll get back to it.
Reboot the system.
Let's go.
Nice, man. What with the kids, man, because I know we were talking drills. Because I don't know if you share the same. I mean, I'd imagine you do, but I think it's important for kids to know how to defend themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
What differences do you see from a kid that's trained or is training to a kid that's not? Maybe they're just on Xbox all day, eating Cheetos and.
There's that. They're eating crap food. They're sitting on Xbox or PlayStation or their computer all night when they get home. After they do their homework or whatever the case may be. They're not living a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah,
and they're gonna grow up and they're gonna continue the non-healthy lifestyle.
Bad habits.
They might, they're building bad habits. They might fall into a depression state. They might, there's 100 million things that I could talk about kids that don't train versus kids that do train. Kids that do train, you see that self-confidence.
Resilience.
You see the resilience. You see the want to train. Eventually once they start really getting into it, they're like, oh, I want to go to the gym and I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to train jiu-jitsu or I want to do a competition or whatever. And you can see that they're just like, oh, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
You might get punched in the face here and there, but you're like, okay, I can heal from that.
Yeah.
You can't heal from a stab wound. You can, but
also, I think if you're an adult, you need to be armed also.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I always have my, it's always on me pretty much.
Yeah, same for the most part. It's funny, man, because Mia's so used, because I normalize it in my house. Yeah. So she knows.
Same here.
Not to say, I'm not leaving a loaded gun on the kitchen table around her, but she knows I'm always carrying, and she
Yeah.
knows we don't say out loud, "Daddy, do you have your gun?" But
Yeah.
I took her to Screamageddon last week. Funny story. And they were doing security checks at the door.
Mhm.
She comes up to me. She's like, "Daddy," psst. She's like, "You don't have your piece on you, do you? They're checking for him." I was like, "Nah,
No,
baby,
it's in the glove box."
I was like,
baby.
"Good looking out, though,
Yeah.
baby. Good looking out."
Dude, she's so funny, dude. And the one thing I love about Mia, like, I remember when you first started bringing her to the gym.
Dude, she was a baby.
It was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe.
Oh no, man!
Maybe
It was.
even.
I think she was about a year old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was. I think we were just getting her out of diapers. I think I changed some diapers in the gym with her there.
Probably in the cage or something.
Yeah,
That's usually where all the parents go with their kids. But like she was so like.
Oh, she's very shy.
With everybody, and now literally, if she's already there when I get there from the bus, I walk in and she's like, "Mr. Marshall,
Yeah.
come here."
Yeah, she's got little friends there, and I see her talking to the little girls
Yeah.
and having a good time. So it's kind of breaking her out of her shell.
Yeah. And that's one thing too with, them going to, even if it's just them going to training an hour and a half a night, or even if it's 2.5 hours because the adults train after the kids at some gyms or whatever the case may be, like you'll see that confidence and them building relationships with other people, and that's great, and especially in the martial arts world, you will make lifelong friends.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I may not talk to, certain people here and there every single day, but I know that if I called, let's just throw a name out there, Jamarcus, he's over at Amir's. He's one of the guys from over there. I know that if I called him and I needed to talk to him about something or whatever the case may be, he would be there for me 110%. We don't know each other on an extremely personal level, but because we've had this martial arts background with each other and we've seen each other here and there throughout the years and years and years and years or whatever.
Yeah.
That's one thing that you do build with the martial arts community.
Yeah, man, it's similar to like I think when groups of people go through adversity together, because in martial arts you're pushing yourself, you're testing yourself, you're seeing what you're capable of. But same thing with like the military guys, they go through shit together. They're bonded for life. Like I worked in the oil fields in my 20s, and we would travel together and work, and we went through some suck together. So got a lot of friends from there lifelong. But yeah, martial arts, man. Because I did some amateur boxing back in high school. I was like 14 to 17, maybe about 3 years, and I'm still best friends with some of those guys. Man, we were all kids, and we'd go to the gym, and obviously we didn't take it seriously because I'm.
I mean, it's the same thing with me.
But we had fun, man, and we definitely are friends for life.
Yeah.
So,
that's just like with Mr. Bybee. I've literally known him since I was like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, and then you disappeared for a bit. And then you came back at 28. What did he say? Holy shit.
Oh, well, I mean, I saw because he had his gym, and it was just like a little strip mall area. It wasn't huge. Couple thousand square feet, maybe, I think it was. I mean, don't quote me on that, but like whatever. And, I had kind of followed him on Facebook and here and there or whatever, like message every once in a while. Hey, how's it going? Whatever. And then like he had opened that facility where we're at now. Yep. And like, I was like, hey, I want to come by and check the gym out, whatever. He's like, yeah, and again, this was 12, almost 13 years ago, and then that just blossomed into what it is now, So,
yeah, they're running a cool operation, man. Because I always wanted to do jiu-jitsu and grappling before I got into it.
Yeah.
And the one thing I was looking for gyms, I was looking all over the fucking place. And the thing that I like about your guys' gym, American Mixed Martial Arts, is number one, I was a dad at the time, so it's got a great kid program. Yep. You guys didn't give a shit if I brought my daughter with me. And then you can do grappling, you can do striking, you can do MMA training, you can like it's got a variety. I didn't want to go to just a purely jiu-jitsu gym because sometimes I want to punch a bag or do some sparring. Sometimes, I want to grapple and punch or just grapple sometimes. Yeah. So the variety, man, I think stands out for sure. And then I'd say, man, they have fucking great kid program with picking the kids up from school. And
absolutely.
Because me and my wife were looking at it, and I think it's called the R Club they have here in Pinellas.
God, that's so
it's like the same fucking price too.
It's so horrible. Though our club, YMCA, all that stuff. And I'm not like saying anything like horrible about it or whatever the case may be. But like, I mean, I've seen situations where it's just like you even walk in the door at like a YMCA or our club or whatever. And like, there's not a lot of structure. I'm not saying there's no structure, but it's just kind of kids running around in a classroom and, you know, parents or volunteers are sitting there on their phones, not really paying attention that much or, you know, whatever the case may be. Yeah. So, we have a great kids program there. And, you know, that's one thing that he has built a lot up on is that kids program. And, you have some kids that are only there for a year and they find something else to do. And you have some kids that are going to be there for pretty much life. You know, like, one of the members there, her 2 kids have been going there since they were super young. One of them is almost at that point where they're about to test for their black belt in the MMA program. Nice. You know, for the kids program, just like my son Hunter, he's ready to test for his black belt. He needs to step it up a little bit, but on the seriousness. Yeah. So
I think I look at it because do a lot of the parents there train too with their kids, or is it more
there's
so they drop them off?
There's a couple here and there, and then there's a bunch of them that, you know, they had trained previously or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, have a passion for it.
Yeah, have a passion for it, or they just want their kids in that program to have a physical, you know, thing that they're doing or whatever. So
I like doing it with Mia, man, because it's good bonding.
It is,
you know. She's like, because it's less so her being questioning, well, why is Daddy making me do this? I don't enjoy it.
Right,
versus her like, oh, Daddy's doing it too.
Yeah,
exactly. You know? Oh, Daddy's having fun with it. Let's do it together. So she had a blast yesterday when I took her and we drilled together. She's like coming home telling her mom, like, I partnered with Dad.
I was Dad's partner here.
Like bragging.
That's funny.
So it was cool, man. It was cool. But because I know you asked a couple weeks ago if she wanted to do that little competition.
Yeah.
And I was fucking so proud of her, dude, because she said yes. And she
after that first match, dude, and then she was like kind of crying off to the corner and gave her that little pep talk or whatever. And I even went over and talked to her a couple of times, and she was like, "Okay, I think I can do this." And I was like, "No, you absolutely can, girl. Get out there and do it." You know, and win or lose, you're still learning. You're still having fun. You know.
Well, now she knows the pace of it. You know what I mean? She knows that when it's a competition, it's a little more fast paced and you're going a little harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I was proud too, because I was dropping her off at school last week, and as I'm pulling up, she's in the back seat. She tells me, she says, "Daddy, I need to work on my technique. I gotta get better for the next one." And I was like, "Oh, you want to do another one?" Huh?
Oh yeah.
So I think I'm gonna give her about a year though. Yeah. Work with her here and there, because work positions.
Right.
Because I noticed when they had her in side control, she wasn't using her knee shield. She was just letting them take them out.
I mean, she's super green and she's super
very
new
green
too.
So you got to work on positions with her.
I am going to be holding another tournament too, probably end of January, beginning of February.
Yeah, I wanted to talk on that too, man. What are you trying to do with that?
So I'm trying to actually build that as like a business, you know, as
a side thing.
Yeah, like kind of like a side thing, like. And I was even kind of talking to Bybee about it, and I'm not taking anything away from American Mixed Martial Arts. I still want it to be affiliated with American, we can call it American Mixed Martial Arts Grappling Fest or whatever the case may be, you know, and, he was even talking like, I could probably help you out with a few things here and there or whatever and stuff. Cause I mean, it takes money to build a business. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take time and money. And my first tournament, first couple of tournaments, it was all just like kind of in-house, all the kids from our gym.
Yep. Now I noticed we brought 2 other gyms this time.
Yeah. And then I think me and Austin had done like 2 or 3 of them together, and he had run the kickboxing portion. I had run the grappling portion. And then I kind of just veered off, and I was like, what about just doing some jiu-jitsu tournaments, And then we did one with Mastermind. Shay over there. Shay, Shay. He used to train.
Yeah, I don't know him personally, but I've seen him around, and I've seen him at the gym, and I've heard his name thrown around a bunch.
Yeah. He trains over at Mastermind MMA over here in St. Pete. Or whatever.
I know they're off of over there in Pinellas Park, off
It's
62nd or something.
62nd and 66 or something like that. Yeah. And then that one went really well.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, well, let me contact Professor Joe and Pim over at De La Riva over in like Spring Hill area or whatever. And
they've got good jiu-jitsu up there, man. Those guys are pretty damn good.
Here, let me touch on that really quick too. Here's the thing with just strictly jiu-jitsu gyms.
Mm-hmm.
They're training jiu-jitsu 6 days a week.
Yep.
Sometimes 7 days a week if they go to open mats. It's just different.
Yeah.
You know, like we are a great jiu-jitsu gym, but that's not our main and only focus.
I know the main focus is the Waco, the kickboxing.
Yeah,
you guys,
kickboxing.
Dude, I've been to multiple gyms. I've traveled around. I've sparred at multiple gyms, and there's some good gyms here, but I definitely think this gym's top tier. American Mixed Martial Arts.
You got to think about it. Bobby's a 3, 4, 5-time world kickboxing champion.
Oh, 5-time.
3-time or 5-time. I can't remember I think it's 3-time, but
Austin's world champ.
Austin's the world champ.
You've got a handful of national champs in there. You've got a handful of guys fighting for worlds coming up next month. I mean, going in there and sparring with those guys and striking is very humbling.
It's a different breed. Yeah.
Some of those guys are fucking good.
Yes.
Really good.
Yeah, so. I love sparring with them. Like, I mean, yeah, I was a fighter. You know, I did the kickboxing and all that stuff or whatever. I did some MMA fights here and there. But man, yeah, just I haven't sparred in forever. I mean, I spar every once in a while on Saturdays and stuff, but like I don't do the striking classes that often anymore. I haven't in a while, and just like not really training that, and then going out there and sparring with the fighters that have been doing that for multiple years consistently. It's just different. Like I can get in there and do some MMA, no problem. But just kickboxing, it's different. Yeah, for sure.
It's an energy sucker.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a good comparison is like I can hit the bag and I'll get a little tired, but I can hit the bag all day.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different when you've got someone punching you in the face and you're worried about defending, slipping, working on foot movement, and then attacking in return.
Right.
It sucks your energy.
Yeah. It's a different cardio.
yeah. It's rough. It's rough. But no, those guys are good, man. And I that'd be super cool if. How many are fighting for worlds next month? 3 or 4?
I think 3.
3 out of our gym.
Yeah.
And I know there's a team, Matt was saying, up in Chicago of like 20 kids, 20 people going up there?
20 some odd kids or people.
Jesus.
Between adults and kids or whatever.
Adults and kids. So it'd be cool if we came back with 3.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I mean, we always, even just like Frankie had posted on his, Instagram and stuff, he's like, it's an experience. It's you get experience out there. You may win, you may lose, but you're learning, you get the experience. It's a humbling experience because you're traveling, you're fighting the best
in the
kickboxers in the world.
Yeah, it's not within Pinellas County. It's the world.
Yeah, literally people from France, Germany, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
If you're 155 pounds, your competition is the best 155 pounder from France, Germany, England, Canada, Mexico, whatever country.
Whatever country,
that qualified. And they had to fight to earn that spot too.
Yeah. And here's the thing with a lot of the like overseas guys, they like even for like amateurs and stuff like that, they're getting paid to fight still.
Yeah.
They're literally fighting for money to provide for them, their families and, what I'm saying, all that stuff. Like, so they're representing their country. And if they're not coming back with wins, they're not coming back with anything.
Yeah. They're, yeah, someone like Cuba, those fucking, I know boxing Spain, with Cuba are
like all the
crazy incredible.
Yeah.
They run it like a military camp over there in Cuba for the boxing. That's where Yoel Romero came from. Dude's a fucking freak of nature.
Yeah.
Animal. I think I just seen he fought a couple weeks ago at like 48 years old, 49 years old.
I know.
Dude looks incredible.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, he's probably on every.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's no way you look like that at 48.
He's sweating out like steroids, bro.
Yeah, literally.
But he's exciting. He's an exciting fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
What, now I know we have pros come and go, but you see any of these guys taking that next step, going pro? I know Kamen does MMA. Is he turning pro soon?
So I think he's going to be doing this kickboxing fight and then an MMA fight, and I think he wants to turn pro.
Okay, yeah, because I know he's still young. He's what, like 22, 23?
Like 22, 23.
Yeah, he's
and he's got a crazy. I mean, his dad is
wrestling coach, right?
One of the best wrestling coaches in the freaking region.
Yeah,
you know, like Chris is just a beast. Like you just look at the guy and you're like, yeah, he's a wrestler. He's got this humongous back and calves that are freaking 20 inches around.
Yeah, wrestlers are. I definitely respect the shit out of wrestlers.
Oh, dude, that's a whole different.
I mean, you get a really good wrestler in there. I mean, they're gonna destroy white belts.
Yeah,
all day.
Yeah,
maybe a lot of blue belts as well. They're so fast and explosive, and just they don't fucking.
They train different.
Yeah, they do,
and they train 4 or 5 hours a day versus an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel like jiu-jitsu, as much as I love it, but it's like that. It's like we're the stoners of the community. We're wearing pajamas, just everywhere.
I mean, kind of, yeah. But, but at the same time, like, and I was actually just watching a couple of videos the other day or whatever. A guy was talking about, I mean, he's like a 4th or 5th degree black belt or whatever. And he's like, I don't promote my wrestlers quicker than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you may have a wrestling background or whatever, but you don't know jiu-jitsu. Just because you can hold somebody on their back doesn't mean you know the Kimura or the triangle or the armbar or the Americana or, you know what I'm saying, how to use the gi properly and all that stuff. Yeah, you can get them down, but then what?
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with judo. Well, judo, I'd say, would be more.
Judo transitions more to jiu-jitsu.
And they have, you know, like they're great with kimuras and arm bars. And I mean, what do you think if a black belt judokan comes in? You're going to start him at white belt or?
Oh, absolutely not. No, probably not. You know, I mean, obviously, like if they have a black belt and just strictly judo and they really don't know submissions, okay, yeah, they have great takedowns. Again, it's not like wrestling because they do use the gi and all that stuff. They would probably get promoted faster because they don't need to learn. They already know all the positions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a wrestler doesn't want to be on their back, but a judo guy doesn't want to be on their back, but they can be comfortable on their back because they know a few submissions and sweeps and, you know, getting somebody else on their back.
Yeah.
So they would probably get promoted a little bit faster.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I think the same with wrestlers too, is if you get a decent wrestler coming in, they'll probably reach blue within a year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, maybe sooner. I mean, if they're committed.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, those guys are sick. That's one thing I want to work on more is my takedowns. My takedowns are dog water.
You gotta, honestly, the simplest stuff is the stuff that works, man.
Yeah.
Like all the crazy, you can get a really good judo black belt that'll do some crazy, you know, flip over takedowns and stuff like that. I don't know all their names for them and stuff, but then you can get a jiu-jitsu guy that knows like 2 good little foot sweeps or arm drags or whatever, and they might be able to take that jiu-jitsu guy, that judo guy down. You know, so it all just depends on how you train. You know, if you're not training it, you're not going to know it.
Yeah, I haven't really trained it. I'd like to. I mean, if I could learn a cool judo throw and just like a nice single or double leg and get pretty proficient at those two, or I think I'd be happy. Not get crazy. I don't want to blow my knees out trying single legs all day. All the single legs and double legs. I mean, they're great to train and stuff, but it will definitely destroy your hips and knees. Yeah, they're especially at our age. Maybe judo throws then.
Yeah,
because those things are sneaky, dude.
Yeah, even just a little like shoulder throw or like I tend to do a lot of the foot sweeps.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, the foot sweeps.
Making somebody move
with those and
just sweeping the legs out from underneath them. You know?
Yeah, those will catch you. Yeah, takedowns, man. Well, and I realized the takedowns are a lot harder in the gi too because everybody's got the grips. Yeah. They're a little easier in no gi.
Yeah, no gi you can kind of, you know.
What do you like better? There's like this huge debate, like no gi guys talk shit about the gi guys. You guys talk shit on the no gi guys.
That is a huge thing.
I personally enjoy them both.
Yeah. So I started with just no gi stuff, you know, 10, 12 years ago, you know, when I started back training with Bybee and stuff. And then about maybe a year and a half, 2 years in, we started doing gi stuff. We had a couple of different coaches there doing the gi stuff or whatever. And I mean, even Bybee, he's been doing jiu-jitsu just as long as he's been doing striking.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, if you look at that, and then he started transitioning to the gi, you know, and he got promoted really fast because he knew all this no-gi stuff and jiu-jitsu aspects, you know, positions, submissions, all that stuff. And transitioning when you already know a bunch of stuff from the no-gi aspect to the gi, it's a little bit easier. You know, I mean, I don't know everything in the gi.
No, there's so much to learn.
There's so much, dude. Like, and even there's 8th degree black belts out there that'll be like, I don't know how to do everything in the gi.
Yeah. I think just anything in grappling in general. There's so many different fucking. Like, dude, you caught me last night in some backwards ass fucking Americana. I was like, what the hell?
and there's just so much that you can do. And I was even rolling with Vance after. And he kept trying to take my back and like putting the gi over my face, and I was like, nope, you're not doing this. I'm very comfortable on my back. I've been doing it for 12 years, you know, so like. I can sit there and kind of just be like, okay, and then do an escape and get on top, and you know,
kind of use that gas tank. That's one thing I noticed about a lot of the new, and I was guilty myself as a new white belt, is 0 to 100, just all your gas tank, and then as you progress and like blue, purple, brown, black, they kind of chill out a little more and they wait for the opportunity and use their explosiveness.
I'm waiting for you to try to step over so I get that little bit of space. I can get my arm. I can do whatever. I can escape. I can get on top, whatever. So
kind of better at making the gas tank last longer and going.
Knowing when to move, how to move, and how explosive to move is definitely key.
Versus just reckless movement for the sake of it. Like side control, just sitting there squirming around trying to get out. You're just burning up all your gas tank.
I'll just put my hip on the ground and just lay on you. Like,
we're gonna wait and see what you do.
Yeah,
maybe you might tap me out here. This is a bad position to be in to begin with, but I'm gonna wait and see.
Yeah. So, and that's one thing. Like I even talked to one of the kids in the jiu-jitsu program. He went off and did a bunch of wrestling and stuff. Cameron, you know who he is. I think.
He's pretty good, man. He's what is he, like 15, 16?
I think he's 15 or 16 now. And I was like, look, I told him, I think it was Monday or maybe last week. I was like, look, I want you to work on letting people put you in an uncomfortable position. We know you're a great wrestler. We know you can get people down. But then you can't submit them. You know submissions, but it's hard to do them because you're so hyper focused on getting somebody down on the ground. Okay, now what? So I'm like, look, I want you to work on letting somebody put you in a bad position and then working yourself out of that. Who cares if you tap?
That's what we're training.
That's what we're training for. Oh, you got me. Okay, cool.
Now I know not to do that.
You know, like, am I going to let white and blue and purple belts tap me out? Am I going to let them tap me out? No, I'm not going to let you do it, but I'm going to let you work. And maybe you might get my back and get me in a choke. And now I really have to, I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to explode out of this shit. Nope, you're not doing that to me. You know, but at the same time, a lot of black belts will say this, and, you know, brown belts, and I'm letting you work because we are letting you work in that position. I was doing that with you last night. I was like, okay, I'm just going to kind of chill and move every once in a while. And, you know,
it's funny though, how some people's egos, they don't realize that. Like they're like, oh, I worked that purple belt. No, you didn't.
No.
Dude was letting you fucking work, buddy.
Dude was chilling. He was just sitting there kind of moving every once in a while. He let you take his back, you know, like.
I do. I don't know if I let people, I don't know if I'm at that point yet, but so like I'll work from my back to try to get better at it. Try to get better sweeps or whatever. Or I try to focus on kind of one thing at a time because there's just so much. So like I might go this month and be like, all right, my goal this month is I'm going to work on my triangles, or I'm going to work on hitting an omoplata or whatever it is. And that's what I'm going to try.
Here's one thing I've learned. And it took me a long time to learn this, right? When I was a purple belt, I tried every freaking submission known to man. I think I do 3 or 4 submissions now. But it's the same submission from different spots. Right? I got good at one submission from every single spot.
Yeah, that's.
You know,
there's this guy on YouTube that does that. He makes these videos where he's like, all right, we're gonna work on the arm triangle today, and he's like, here's how you hit it from guard. Here's how you hit it from side control. Here's how you hit it from mount. Here, so or arm bar from different.
Vicente Jr. He's Professor Bybee's professor.
So he's affiliated there.
Yeah. It's a De La Riva guy. He actually trained with like Master De La Riva a long time ago and all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah, I've looked his shit up on YouTube, and that dude doesn't he specialize kind of in the arm bar from guard?
Yeah.
Like he just hits that.
I asked him one time because I did like a private lesson with him or whatever. This was like right after I got my brown belt or something, and I was like, hey, what's your five? Somebody was like, what's your 5 best submissions? He's like, I don't do 5 submissions. I do 1.
Yeah.
Armbar. But I can do it from every single spot. He's like, look at all of my tournament footage, even from back in before I was a black belt or whatever the case may be. I always did an armbar. That's it. I just did an armbar from every spot.
So master of 1.
Master of 1. He knows a lot, in the jiu-jitsu aspect.
But that's his game.
But this is my game.
Yeah.
So I veer to like triangles and the Americanas and stuff.
I cannot land a triangle for the fucking life of me. I have these short ass little stubby legs, dude. It's
honestly, it's easier for longer, slender people. It's harder for the shorter, bulkier guys.
Yeah,
it really.
And I'm short and bulky, and I've noticed that too with people's body type. Is you see their style of grappling kind of adhere to their body type.
Yep.
Like me personally, I'm very simplistic. I like the neck.
Yeah.
I like arm triangles. I like Ezekiel chokes, baseball bat chokes. I like the neck.
Yeah.
So those things I feel like I'm pretty decent at. I'm okay at the arm bar. Triangle game sucks. Umapaladas,
I'll show you some not so nice, nasty ass things you can do from the triangle if you can't get the triangle.
Yeah. I know you can land the arm. You can get a straight arm from there. Couple things. My leg. I'd like to start working on legs a little more now that I'm blue.
Yeah.
It just scares the shit out of me, dude. Because I gotta go to work. I don't want to.
I hate it too, but for me, I want to do some more competitions and tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
And at that brown and black belt level, that's literally all these guys are doing.
That's kind of the meta right
locks.
now.
Yeah, it's it's toe holds, it's ankle locks, it's knee bars, it's heel hooks, it's and I mean, I've been caught in heel hooks and stuff. I'm gonna instantly tap. I have to wake up with my kid tomorrow or Monday morning or whatever. Fuck that, dude. I don't want a blown out fucking ACL, MCL.
I'm not tearing my knee for this $20 medal.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yep, you got it, buddy. Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
So,
I'd like to learn at least 1 or 2 good like legs. But I get what you're saying though. Kind of instead of trying to perfect everything, perfect a small sample of stuff.
Yeah.
Know a lot, but really hone in on 2 to 5 things, and that's your game.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I was doing for a while was perfecting my ankle lock.
Okay.
Right. And I did it for probably a whole freaking year. I was getting everybody in ankle locks.
Yeah.
I was grabbing their ankles and feet and laying back and boom, getting a tap. I haven't done them in forever now. I've been super hyper focused on shoulder locks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like shoulder. I like Americanas and all that just because they're easy to land.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, for my body type.
You can pretty much get them from any position too.
Yeah. Side control, mount. Yep. You can get them from guard, having them in your full guard.
Yep. I can take your back and put you in a shoulder lock too.
Yeah.
As long as I have one of your arms isolated, kind of like in a triangle position, but I'm on your back.
Yep.
Boom. I can.
Yeah. So I think my whole game is just here up. The shoulders and neck.
It's not a bad,
It's simple.
Yeah, if you can get somebody's back, it's pretty easy to get them in a rear naked choke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not easy per se, but like there's some nasty things that you can do to
take that and
I was just gonna say
right up in there.
Their chin is tucked, right? And you lift somebody's nose up, dude. Their head.
Yeah, they're going up.
That sucks.
They're going up for sure, man. Certain nasty things. I know like wrist locks are kind of frowned upon.
I love wrist locks.
Yeah.
There's this one guy.
I got caught in one last night. Vance caught me in one. I was like, you son of a bitch.
I kept catching him in wrist locks last night too. He was pulling his arm out pretty good or whatever, but like he was like trying to get me in positions, and I'm like,
yeah,
wrist lock Johnny.
He put it with his chest on it and got me, and I was like, oh, you bitch! There's no way I'm getting out of this.
That's why I hate posting with your arm, with your hands, because you can just lean over and get a wrist lock. Yeah.
Yep. You got me. So it was fun, man. I'm enjoying being back though.
Yeah.
I just stay consistent.
Nice.
Get my daughter in.
It's definitely a consistency thing too.
Yeah. I'd like to get my purple eventually. I know I got a long way to go for that, but I think that'd be super cool.
Consistency is one of the big key things, you know.
Yeah.
They say there's like and we even abide by them for promotions for jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, you know, consistency.
Yep.
Hygiene, you know.
Hygiene, my fucking God.
I've rolled with stinky guys, and I've had to say, hey, you know, my gi, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. If you don't want to roll with me, it's cool, you know, like I get it, you know.
There's a difference between kind of a little bit of a stinky gi and just a smelly ass motherfucker.
Yeah, there is.
Just bad hygiene.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I've rolled with some guys where I didn't smell them from 3 feet away, but as soon as like I got up on them, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah. You smell like week old pizza, bro. Yeah, like, what's going on?
Come on, man. Let's take a shower.
Yeah.
Dude, because I wash my gi I got 3 gis. I'll alternate them, but I wash it after. Like the next day I wash it, and then I shower before the gym if I can.
Yeah, I usually have 2 gis always at the gym, and I have like 5 or 6 gis at the house. So Monday night, I get done rolling. I'll bring my maroon gi home. Or if I don't roll that night, I'll save it for Wednesday because I just wore it kind of just to like help with class if I didn't roll that night or whatever. So I'm not sweating in it, you know. It's not going to be stinky or whatever. So I'll save it for Wednesday or whatever. But I'll have my maroon gi, my black gi, my blue gi, my white gi, my gray gi, whatever. I'll usually bring those 2 gis in with me on Monday morning.
And just
use one Monday, bring it home. Use the other one Wednesday, bring it home. You know, or
Friday,
whatever.
Bring one.
Yeah, and then Friday I'll bring one, or for Tuesday night or whatever the case may be. Yeah,
nice.
I usually go through 3 gis a week.
Yeah,
4 gis a week.
Yeah, I wash it, and then about if I go 2 days, I'm using 2. If I go 3, I'll use all 3.
Yeah,
but that and the fingernails, you gotta clip your fucking fingernails. And
toenails are a big importance.
And brush your teeth. If you can just have good hygiene, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good in my book.
So like, there's main rules for a lot of jiu-jitsu gyms or strict gyms or whatever for promotions. Like, you know, again, hygiene, consistency, you know, making sure your dues are paid at the gym, you know, as far as paying your portion of the, you know, your bill for the gym, you know, being respectful, you know, there's a couple other things too, you know, that they abide by for, you know, hey, well, okay, you haven't been consistent. Promotion is coming up. You're probably not going to get a stripe or a belt.
Yeah,
you know,
and I agree with that. I don't think, because I know some gyms and they say that jiu-jitsu's kind of gotten watered down a little bit, and some gyms are just sort of like belt factories. They just kind of hand them out. If you show up 20 times or whatever, you get a stripe. If you show up another 20 times, you get a stripe.
Yeah, some gyms are like that, and I don't think you got to earn it. Yeah, you should.
You need to show ability before you get. And I love that. That's what Bybee does. Because I've been going there long enough to where he doesn't just hand out stripes to anybody just for showing up. He's got to see improvement. And then another thing I also love is I know some of the gyms, they only allow you to wear the brand of the gym at the gym. Like their gi.
Yeah.
I love that what's his name? Tall Will can go in there in a fucking Goku gi.
Yeah.
Just like it's
I
cool,
have a
man.
Bruce Lee gi that I wear all the time. It's one of my black ones, yeah, we don't really care. I mean, as long as you're not, you know, mainly training at another gym and then just coming there. I mean, we do have a couple of guys that train at multiple gyms or whatever, you know, as far as like the MMA and stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we're not super strict on what.
Yeah. Well, I've heard there's some gyms, they get pissed if you go to another gym.
Yeah.
And I guess they kind of get a little culty. Like if I travel, because I travel for work sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I like to hit another gym's open mat or something just to
go
just
ahead,
to test
get
myself.
some cross training in, and
hey, let me see what these guys are about, and
Yeah.
like how do I stack up to these guys in Houston, or how do I stack up, to these guys up here in Georgia or whatever. Which is cool. While I'm out of town, I might stop somewhere like once or twice.
Yeah.
Then adios.
Yeah. I mean, I've traveled a couple of times here and there, gone out of state, whatever, and I've trained at other gyms and stuff. And like, here's one thing that they say, and I'm not saying this about, any gym in particular, but if your coach or your black belt or your professor or whatever doesn't want you cross training, they probably don't feel confident in their jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they don't want you to go there in their uniform and then make them look bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, whatever. Cross training is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I love cross training.
Like
you know what I'm saying? I've gone up to De La Riva a couple of times. Now that is like more one of our sister gyms or whatever.
Mhm.
I've gone to one of the kids that used to come here. His dad is a black belt over at St. Pete, BJJ, St. Pete Jiu-Jitsu, St. Pete Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu over off of like Haynes Road in US 19.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, over there by the
Declan's
Waffle
dad,
House and all that.
I can't remember his name. But I've gone there and trained a couple of times because their open mat is at like 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. on like Sundays. It's literally three blocks away from my house pretty much, like it's 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so I'm
beautiful.
like, okay, yeah, I'll go up there and train on a Sunday. Even if I did training Sunday morning at our gym and opened the gym, I've gone there and trained before on Sunday nights and stuff like that. I hold up with their brown belts and, stuff like that too. So the coach or professor at the gym that you're training at should feel confident in their jiu-jitsu to let you go cross train every once in a while. No, I'm not saying every Wednesday night you're at another gym or whatever, but like, once a month, go cross train. I've gone and sparred at other gyms. I mean, even Austin and a lot of the fighters, they'll go up to like, MJM or what I'm saying, Ali's gym or whatever.
Ali's is I know Ali's. He's got some good guys in there too.
Yeah. Are they sparring to try and actually hurt you? No, but there's that respect aspect too. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to go cross train at another gym and try to actually break somebody's arm? No, absolutely not. You're
gonna get your ass whooped if you do.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna fucking all kick your ass. Yeah,
that's the thing. You're not. It's very, very, very small percentage. You're gonna walk into a gym and be the baddest motherfucker in there.
Yeah, no,
it just doesn't happen.
There's always gonna be somebody better.
Yeah, so if you go in there and you're a little better than somebody and you just put it on them and hurt them, I guarantee one of their
they have that. Matt, not Matt Bully, but Matt Enforcer.
Yeah.
That's going to be like, hey.
Yeah.
He just hurt this guy. Okay.
Yep.
Fuck.
Green light.
Go. Yeah.
Go get him. Yep.
And that's what, I kind of, am at MMA. Some people try to, call me out or whatever. Even I think it was last week. Bobby was like, hey, this guy called you out. I need you to tap him 5 times in 5 minutes. And I was like, fuck. All right, here we go. I got 4 in 5 minutes. It wasn't 5 in 5 minutes, but.
You got 4?
Yeah.
Still good.
Yeah, I was doing nasty shit too. Punch chokes, fucking grinding my neck. Oh, yeah, I was doing some nasty stuff. But you don't call people out.
You got to be respectful, man.
Yeah.
You got to. Especially with like striking sparring, man. It's one of those, it's kind of like an unwritten rule, man. You get what you give.
Yeah.
If you go in there and you just blast somebody,
you're gonna get blasted back.
We're
gonna be like, hey Matt, I need you to hey Austin, I need you to hey Cayman, I need you to even Bobby will throw me out there every once in a while. Like a couple weeks ago. It was like, hey, these guys want to do some MMA rounds. Put your MMA gloves on. And I wasn't even sparring the whole day that they were sparring from 9 to 10.
Or these just guys off the street?
They were some guys from like Brandon or I can't remember, Bradenton or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, and here's the thing, they're smart. They know what they're doing. They show up at 9:15 and then they stretch for 10 minutes. And, so all the other guys are already 8, 9, 10 rounds in, and now they're fresh coming out there and they're trying to freaking wallop on our guys or whatever the case may be. So then they're like, hey, Marshall, hey, Austin, I need you to, do this or whatever. And Bobby was like, hey, they want to do some MMA, go ahead and put your MMA gloves on and kind of, and I was like, oh, fuck. You don't tell Coach Bybee no. I was like, all right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Nice. So
does he grapple too? Or
he's a blue belt
so
in BJJ, but he just veered. He likes the
he enjoys the striking aspect more.
So
nice,
following his dad's footsteps, world
yeah.
champ and, all that stuff. So
I imagine he's proud.
Oh, dude. Yeah. There's been some moments where you could see the like emotion in Bybee and Austin's face.
Yeah.
That it's just like, it's proud son, dad, coach, fighter moments,
nice,
so
man. Good for them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin he's a younger guy, but he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders, man. So
for sure.
Like to see him. Is he planning on pro too, or?
He has his pro debut this year, actually.
Oh, no shit.
South Carolina.
Is he making it kickboxing?
Yeah, it's kickboxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm sure it'll be on like a pay-per-view, and Mary will probably live stream it. Or
nice.
I don't know if Mary's going up there with them for the fights.
So how does that work with kickboxing? I'm not, because I know in boxing, if you win an Olympic gold, you're, I think it was Sugar Ray Leonard made 40, 50K his first professional debut fight because he had those accolades going into professional. Does it work like that at all with kickboxing, or?
Kickboxing is weird. I don't know. I don't understand why it's not like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how their contracts work and all that stuff, but I know it's not like that. I mean, you might get $1,500 for the fight.
Really?
But
coming in as like amateur world champion?
Yeah, you might. Wow. You might only get $200 for the fight. Some contracts are like, well, it's $200 just to weigh in and show up, so, or then it's okay, $500 to actually fight. You might get an extra $1,000 for the win. Jesus. But it could only be $200 to show up and $200 for the fight. You're
pretty much paying to fight at that point.
Yeah.
You think it's just because kickboxing's not super popular in America? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Which is crazy to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's huge in Europe.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine he'll probably be traveling over there a lot.
I'm sure he probably will.
Yeah. He'll probably make more money over there too.
Yeah, probably.
What's the at like the highest level of kickboxing, what's the income potential? Like
I think like with one champions and like, because there's not really a lot of, there's big pro kickboxing promotions, but like
not a lot of household.
Yeah,
names.
It's not a lot of like, you're not gonna find a lot of crazy names out there. I don't even know, honestly. I mean, you could make like 10 grand a fight, maybe.
Really?
I don't know.
At the top,
maybe 25 or 30. I just don't know. I haven't really looked into that much,
Because I know one's growing. They're getting pretty big.
One's been growing a lot the past, I want to say like 5 years-ish.
Yeah.
It's been getting super popular.
Mm-hmm.
I know for them, for one championships, I know even some of the jiu-jitsu stuff, like Mikey Millamix.
Are you talking about the
super autistic guy?
The guy with the glasses?
Yeah, with the glasses. He does the UFC, BJJ stuff now.
Yep.
When he was doing the one champions grappling stuff, he was making 50 grand.
Yeah, that's good.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be awesome.
15-minute round for 50 grand?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care. I'll fucking take a fucking loss for fucking.
So I'd imagine if you get into
grand.
one, you might make 100, 200K at like the championship level.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it would be that at that higher level of a promotion. Yeah, you're definitely making, 60 to 100 grand probably for a fight.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, still compared to boxing and UFC, it's kind of peanuts.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it definitely is.
Because boxing, but I think that's the one thing that's kind of ruined boxing too.
Yeah.
I mean, I love boxing, but
I like it too, and
it's too much politics.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics.
20, 30, 40, 50 different promoters, Bob Arum, fucking Al Heyman, all these guys, and they don't want their best fighters to fight this guy's best fighters because they don't want to risk the and you got to give me 30 million and you got to have we're going to put a fucking rehydration clause in and
we're going to do now you have to be within 5 pounds the 2 weeks out or what I'm saying whatever. So and that's why I like one promotion, the one kickboxing and MMA and all that stuff. Like they put all that stuff into play before anybody.
Yeah.
They were like, no, you have to be properly hydrated. You have to be within like 5 pounds that week of the fight.
Yep.
You know, like, and they do hydration tests and, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff or whatever.
I mean, that's good protection
throughout
for
their
the fighters.
whole like fight camps and stuff.
Because some fighters, man, they're just so...
They'll cut 20 pounds in a week and then
Yeah,
they're
they
back
don't-
up to 185 the
Yeah.
next day. And you're like, what the
And it's
fuck?
not good for you. It's not
No, it's
healthy,
not.
man.
It's
It's you know, they fighters to their own detriment, I guess, to a certain point where they're doing things that can severely affect their health long term. So
I used to do that too.
Yeah.
There was one time I think I cut like 15 pounds in 1 week.
jeez,
It was horrible.
that's a lot, dude.
I hated it.
That's a lot.
I hated life. I was
Yeah.
eating freaking celery with peanut butter and
Yeah,
protein freaking yogurt. And that was about it.
just water.
Just water.
So I know when I did the jiu-jitsu competitions, I cut a little bit, but I did it over like a 3-month period.
Oh
or,
yeah. That's
you know,
a
like 6
natural.
weeks
Yeah.
or
That's a
something.
natural cut. And
Where I'm going
that's-
to cut 15 pounds or 20 pounds in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Doing that in a fucking week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was horrible.
Just have to starve myself.
And I mean, I fought at like between like 135 and 145.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah, my first amateur boxing fight, I was I think 130. I was a little guy.
you was a little tiny
Yeah,
dude.
I was, dude. I got a picture. I could show you a picture, man. I think I was like 14 or 15.
Nice.
I was tiny. I was skinny, dude, like a fucking twig. So, and I think my last one, I was like 150 something.
Nice.
And then I haven't had anything since then. I'd like to get one more in. I'm fucking getting old, man.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the fighters at the gym, you know, they're like, "Oh, you should do like another MMA fight." And I'm 40 years old, dude. All it takes is one punch or one kick to the head, and then I'm waking up like this in the hospital. Like, no, dude, it's just not worth it to me. You know, would I love to do it? You know, for Amir's promotion or one of our promotions or whatever the case may be, absolutely. But that's why I kind of fell more to the jiu-jitsu aspect the older I got, was because I can be like,
Yeah.
okay, don't break my arm, you know, like.
That's what because I've had a few of my buddies from back in the day who I boxed with, and they asked me about jiu-jitsu of like, oh, well, you know, how is it competing? And I'm like, it's honestly nothing compared to striking, because you can tap out at any fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, you have an out anytime you want. With striking, it's a lot more nerve-wracking, I feel like.
Unless you just like go to your coach and be like, hey, throw in the towel, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, but nobody's going to do that.
Yeah, nobody's going to do that in a striking match.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen instances where the coach will throw in the towel like, hey, he's getting his fucking ass beat.
Yeah.
You know, like, no, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, no fighter is going to go to their corner and be like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
I've seen it happen. Like people quit on their stools, but like after like 8 rounds, but it's rare. It's rare. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu, just tap.
Yeah.
Tap out.
Who cares?
So,
whatever.
No big deal.
Yeah. And like you said, a broken arm or a fucked up ACL, MCL, or a broken
we're not
ankle.
fighting we're not grappling for worlds here.
Yeah, even if you go to IBJJF Worlds or ADCC, like I've done an ADCC before, and like it's not worth it. Like,
and medical. I mean, you tear your shoulder. I mean, $20 metal.
Yeah.
$30,000, $40,000, $50,000 surgery.
Recovery, no training.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
I'll just tap.
Yeah. You got me.
Yeah,
sorry.
Good job. Then I can go back tomorrow. No, man, I was honestly, though, considering trying one more.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do an MMA fight. How are those? You did a couple of them, right?
Fuck, they suck.
Yeah.
I'll be brutally fucking honest with you.
Yeah.
I would rather get punched with a 10 or 12 ounce boxing or kickboxing glove than a fucking 6 ounce MMA glove.
Yeah.
They're hard. Like, I mean, I have some pictures from back in the day when I was doing MMA fights. Like, I would literally have like ice on my head in the audience because I would have this like freaking big old lump on my forehead or something after an MMA fight.
Yeah.
Like, and one of my really good MMA fights, I mean, I lost the fight or whatever, but it was the very first fight of the night of the whole promotion.
Yep.
And like, even the promoter was like, I couldn't ask for a better fight to start the night. Like, nice. you guys made the promotion, okay, now you guys got to top this fight because these guys literally beat the shit out of each other for 3 rounds. Like, and I mean, again, I had freaking hematobas on my forehead and like bruises on my cheek literally 15 minutes after the fight.
Yeah.
You know, and it sucks, you know, and putting everything together, it's a different cardio.
Mm-hmm.
I can roll with you 10 straight rounds. No problem. I can go do kickboxing for, you know, 4 or 5 rounds. Then I might start getting tired. Putting everything together after a couple of rounds of striking and jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and, you know what I'm saying, integrating everything. It's even a way different cardio than just jiu-jitsu or just kickboxing. It sucks.
I'd imagine because you're worried about you're trying to strike. You're worried about takedowns. You know, you get to
worried
the ground,
about
now you're
knees
worried. It's
or
not,
elbows or, you know.
Yep.
It's, I mean, in the amateur world for MMA, you're not allowed to throw elbows to the face or knees to the face, but you can knee to the body. You can, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it hurts. It sucks. No thanks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe try one just for the fuck of it.
Yeah.
Get in some good shape and see what happens. It's funny you said that though about how you had the first fight of the night because I remember when I was a kid I had this rival, Tony was his name. Is this little Puerto Rican kid, and our gyms would always meet up and spar with each other. And there was 3 of them. This kid Josh, Tony, and I forget the third kid's name. They were like their guys, like the kids of the gym that were the best. And it was me, my buddy Gio, Muhammad, and me, and it was us 3 versus them 3, and like me and Tony were the smallest, so we'd always go at it.
Yeah.
And but Tony was fighting in the amateurs a lot. I think he had like 12, 15 fights, and I was going into my 2nd or 3rd fight. And the guy that I was supposed to, there was no one in my weight or whatever, so I went up a weight to fight him. He was like, I was like a couple pounds. You know how boxing is; they have different weights every 3 pounds.
Every 5 pounds or whatever.
So it wasn't anything big. It was like 130, 135 pounds, so no big deal. But I fought him, and we were the very first fight of the night, but we were so fucking familiar with each other that we just went in and just gave it everything we fucking had. And I remember they kind of said the same thing. They're just like, holy shit. Like I lost the fight, but it was like we actually had like people clapping and cheering like, holy shit, that was a good fight.
Yeah.
So
that's one awesome thing. Like when you go to a promotion and you fight for that promotion, and then like, even if you're, you know, the 5th fight of the night or whatever, there's going to be people in the crowd that are like, dude, bro, like that was fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Good job. Yeah. You know, your parents are going to be proud of you. Your siblings are going to be proud of you. Your coach is going to be proud of you, whether you win or lose, break a fucking arm, whatever the case may be. It takes a lot of guts, even just to step on the mats and train, let alone step inside of a ring or a fucking cage.
I think everybody should do some form of it.
Yeah.
I think every guy should at least. Yeah. Especially if you're like a dad or a husband. I think you should have some basic knowledge at the very minimum.
Yeah. And it doesn't even matter what it is, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA, whatever. I really love the MMA aspect. There's a lot I can do. You know, like if an MMA fighter were to fight a boxer, the MMA fighter is probably going to beat the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Because the boxer's never trained on how to grab somebody's arms, elbow him in the face, take him down with a single leg or double leg or whatever the case may be. Get on top, punch him in the face, elbow him in the face, and choke them out. You know?
Yeah, they know how to punch.
Yeah.
Well, because when I came to American Mixed Martial Arts, all I ever did before was boxing. I never did kicks, never checked the kick. So I remember my first time, because occasionally I'll go in on Saturdays
take a leg
spar.
kick. Fuck, dude, what was that?
I went in there and my legs just got beat up by everybody. I'm like, I had no idea how to check it.
Here's the thing. If you can't walk,
you can't
fight.
Yeah. I forget. I think it was Matt, dude. Just fucking beat the shit out of my legs. I'm like, God damn, I need to learn how to check those.
Yeah.
This just boxing isn't going to work.
Yeah.
So it was fun though, man. I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah. I even actually just went over that with my son. He's been dealing with a couple of kids at his school that have been messing with him or whatever.
Oh.
And I was like, and this way, it may have not been a professional way to, talk to him or whatever, but it was more dad to son. I was like, look, you already did the right thing. You told the teacher, they tried to take care of it. He's doing it again. Now is when you take shit into your own fucking hands. I was like, all it takes is one solid fucking leg kick from you, or one solid double leg to the mount to a couple of punches in the face and hold him in a wrist lock and say, hey.
Because he knows how to do all that, right?
No, yeah. He's been training for
I haven't seen your
8
son.
or 9 years.
I mean, is he pretty good for his age?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty decent. I mean, again, he's at that level where he's literally able to test for his black belt in February,
dude.
This coming up year. So
I'm telling Mia the same thing. I mean, and I think Chael Sonnen said it best. He had this little snippet on reels where he's like,
right,
fuck that, throw the first punch if they get within range.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
might not be popular advice, but I remember I had that happen one time in 6th grade. Man, I was this kid was just talking shit to me at the desk. Teacher wasn't doing anything. I've never been in a fight before, so I just had enough, man. He was a fucking mean little fucker, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, if you say one more word, man, I'm getting up and I'm gonna punch the shit out of you. And he said, and I got up right in the middle of class, and the craziest part about it, kid never messed with me again.
Yeah.
And we actually kind of became friends after that, later in the school year.
That's what I told Hunter. I said, look, all it takes is you doing that one time to somebody, and you might get suspended, but guess what? Yeah. You're going to go back to school and ain't nobody going to fuck with you.
Nope. Well, it's just one time.
It takes one time. And
because this is the thing with bullies is they always try to pick out weaker, smaller people that they can get away with it. Mm-hmm. You stand up and you pop them in the mouth, and
even if you pop them in the mouth one time and they pop you back and it ends up being a fight, guess what? Now it's done. And they're not going to fuck with you anymore.
Even if it's a tussle and it's close or whatever, they're going to say, okay, that if I mess with him, it's going to be something.
Yeah. And that's the difference from what we were talking about a little bit ago, from somebody training and not training. Mm-hmm. And I even told that to Hunter. I was like, look, what the fuck is this kid going to do if you blast double leg him and take him down on the ground, put him in the fucking mount, and you start punching him in the face?
Cry.
He's not going to know what the fuck to do. He's going to try to roll, and then that's when you take his back and you put him to sleep for fucking 25 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're going to say, oh shit, Hunter knows how to fight.
Fuck. Yeah, exactly. I was like, and that's where it boils down to, like self-defense aspect. Mm-hmm. That's why I like that MMA aspect of it. Like, again, am I going to play a deep half guard in fucking MMA, or if I'm fighting somebody on the street? Fuck no.
Nope.
But I'm going to play the top position because guess what? Now I know what to do and you don't.
Yep.
And
it's crazy too. Just even the little bit of training I have as a blue belt, just because the blue belt's considered technically a lower belt still. Yeah. Whenever we do get the brand new people in first day off the streets, it's like wrestling with a baby.
Yeah. I can flip you over
when they don't know anything.
Problem.
It's you have your way with them.
Yeah.
Do anything you want to them. Yep. There's absolutely nothing they can fucking do. Mm-hmm. And it feels good to do that.
Yeah, it does.
Feels fucking good.
Yep, for sure.
So that's the thing, though, man. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. So being the nail, though, you learn a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Not what not to do. Bad positions that you put yourself in.
Yep. It took me tapping out 1,000 times before I would tap somebody else out.
Yeah, dude, I tap out a lot.
It's
no shame.
It is what it is. Like you have to learn, like, oh shit, I can't be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, they got me again.
Well, that's the thing. If you're in the gym training, you're supposed to tap out. That's where you're supposed to do it, so that when you're in a competition or in an altercation on the streets, you know
how to get out of that situation. Yeah.
I'm not saying tap out at the slightest little inconvenience. Because you do want to build some tenacity and toughness, but if you're in a compromised position where your knee or shoulder, or you're about to go to sleep, just fucking tap out.
Yeah, who cares?
Tap out.
Whatever.
No, you'll get them next time.
Yep. You have to be consistent, man. Yeah. That's the one thing people don't understand. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
It's not like Jiu Jitsu is definitely a marathon.
Oh yeah.
You're going here, and when you get to point B, now you got to go this way to C, or there's a never ending knowledge for jiu-jitsu. Like everybody's going to come up with a different position and how to do a submission here and this and that or whatever. Even with kickboxing and stuff too, MMA. I mean, it's a marathon. You have to have that resilience and consistency, and you have to have that motivation to do it, or it's not going to go anywhere for you.
Yeah. So just show up.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Even on your bad days, you don't feel like going and training. That's when you should train.
Yeah, I didn't feel like going yesterday. I went.
So. Yeah, you probably felt great afterwards.
I did. Like, all right, that's the one thing I say is I've never regretted. I've always regretted the days that I don't feel like going and I don't go. Mm-hmm. So I've always regretted not going, but I've never regretted walking out and saying, "Oh, damn, I wish I wouldn't have came."
Yeah, no.
Like you
always walk out and you're like, all right, that was humbling. I needed that today.
Yeah. Like that's,
You know,
it's
even if you don't submit anybody or punch anybody, or you just go in there and get the shit beat out of it, you're like, all right, I fucking needed that today.
yeah. I truly feel like it's a form of therapy, man.
Yeah, it is.
It really fucking is.
It's helped my mental health.
Oh, dude,
fucking tremendously.
Yeah, you just I don't know. It's just like all the endorphins get released. I don't know what it is.
Yep.
You're bonding with these people. You're like I might like you said with your other guys. Like you might not be hanging out every day and this and that, but you guys go through shit together. Yep. You guys are bonded.
Yep, for sure.
So it's love it. But all right, brother, we'll call it, man. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me.